You're working hard every day trying to move up and get better. Whether you're an employee or employer, you're looking for that spark, that mentor to help you to your next level of success. You're invited to the Ocala Leadership Conference Friday, January 30th at Meadowbrook in Ocala. You'll hear in person from some of the top leadership experts and speakers in the country. John Maxwell, Ryan Leake, John Gordon, and more. Learn how some of the most successful CEOs improve their decision-making, how to find, develop, and retain talented employees, and boost morale, leading to more productivity and profitability, and the opportunity to network with them and other leaders in our community. Friday, January 30th at Meadowbrook in Ocala. Tickets are on sale now and going fast. Invest in yourself, invest in your future. Go to OcalaLeadershipConference.com.
Welcome back to Retirement Coffee Talk with Sharice Rivers at Zinnia Wealth online, zinniawealth.com, Zinnia wealth.com. Every week, every 2 weeks, we get a paycheck while we're working. Maybe it's once a month for you. But at the same time, when you get into retirement, you want to replace that paycheck. Okay, so how do you do that? And what are people doing in retirement who are doing it successfully? Well, the people apparently who are spending the most money in retirement aren't the people who are the most rich. They're the people who have guaranteed income. According to this study by JP Morgan, they found that if 60 to 80% of the income that you have coming in retirement, like Social Security, annuities, things that come in every single month, you will spend 44% more money in retirement. If you know that that bucket is going to get filled up every month, you'll spend it with confidence. You will enjoy your retirement more. So, Sharice, let me ask, when you put together your portfolios, how much is in guaranteed income? They're saying 60 to 80%. That seems high, but tell me, what's going on there?
Good gracious. Number one, that is a true statement. When you do have guaranteed incomes coming in, you tend to spend more money because it's there, it's sitting there, and you're finding yourself pulling less out of other accounts. Where a lot of people, if you just have Social Security checks, and now I'm pulling 4% from my portfolio, save $1 million, you got 50,000 Social Security, and now you're pulling 4% from your $1 million, which is 40,000. You're probably going to spend. This is what we've seen. This is the psychology of money and how our brains work. You're likely to spend less because you're taking it off the amount of money you have versus a plan that has your Social Security, that has a little guaranteed income that's always coming to you no matter what, that has maybe a dividend check and then that stock portfolio check potentially, if whether the market's going up or down. So I, over 20 years nearly, have seen this to be a true thing. And you're asking me, how much do we put in those types? So believe it or not, it honestly just depends. If you have Social Security and a pension check, a lot of times you don't need to go to an insurance company to get that contractual guarantee because your Social Security check is an annuity. You get an income for life. Your pension, they just took your lump sum and put it into annuity. You're getting income for life. You very well only need to probably pull a percentage, 2 or 3 or 4 out of your investment portfolio. So, but we find those people who have that type of income, they are spending more and they're more peaceful at it because those checks show up no matter what the stock market's doing. And then we have clients that sometimes they only have Social Security. They've saved their $1 million and they're afraid to spend too much of that $1 million. So therefore they don't until they meet us. And we might say, hey, of that $1 million, let's figure out Social Security is going to cover all your fixed bills. Are there other fixed bills that we always need to pay for the rest of our lives where husband and wife are still living? And if there are, we'll sometimes park money into that annuity that drives that income for life for both of you right in there. So that could be $100,000, it could be $200,000, just to get you right to that happy medium. Because most people just say, give me enough money to cover all of my bills, the gas pump money, the food money, the light bill money, and then they know how to now proportionalize for their travel by using other assets. So it's a peace of mind kind of thing. Not all of our clients go down that road, but we do go down the safety road. So if you're somebody who does need that 4% from your $1 million, need that $40,000, we might not put it in an annuity, but we'll put it in something else that's safer so that those dollars are there in the future in case something does happen. So I do believe income makes the world go round. And I've seen happier clients that have pensions added to their Social Security check or that have those income instruments added to their Social Security checks because it gives them permission to spend it because it's going to keep coming whether you do or don't. And sitting and savings does nothing.
Thanks for listening to the Retirement Coffee Talk podcast. If you have questions or would like to begin the process of building a tailored retirement plan, call Zinnia Wealth at 833-368-3680 or find us online at zinniawealth.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Zinnia Wealth Advisory, LLC, a registered investment advisor. The firm only conducts business in states where it is properly registered or is excluded from registration requirements. Registration is not an endorsement of the firm by securities regulators and does not mean the advisor has achieved a specific level of skill or ability. Insurance products are offered through Zinnia Wealth Management, LLC, Florida license L078655, and Sharice Rivers, Florida license P037744. Zinnia Wealth Advisory, LLC, and Zinnia Wealth Management, LLC are affiliated entities. The information presented is believed to be current. It should not be viewed as personalized investment advice. All expressions of opinion reflect the judgment of the presenter on the date of the podcast and are subject to change. The information presented is not an offer to buy or sell or a solicitation of any offer to buy or sell any of the securities discussed. You should consult with a professional advisor before implementing any of the strategies discussed. Any legal or tax information provided in this podcast is general in nature. Always consult an attorney or tax professional regarding your specific legal or tax situation. Any client experience discussed on this show are unique to that client. Annuity and life insurance guarantees are subject to the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. If you withdraw money from or surrender your contract within a certain time after investing, the insurance company may assess a surrender charge. Withdrawals may be subject to tax penalties and income taxes. Persons selling annuities or other insurance products receive compensation for these transactions. These commissions are separate and distinct from fees charged for advisory services. Insurance products also contain additional fees and expenses. Social Security rules and regulations are subject to change at any time. Always consult with your local Social Security office before acting upon any information provided herein. References to specific investments should not be construed as being past specific recommendations. The returns for various indices discussed in this podcast do not represent the performance of the firm or any of its advisory clients. Returns do not reflect the impact that advisory fees will have on an investment. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. All investment strategies have potential for profit or loss. Different types of investments involve higher and lower levels of risk. There is no guarantee that a specific investment strategy will be suitable or profitable for an investor's portfolio. Historical performance returns for investment indexes and or categories usually do not deduct transaction and or custodial charges or advisory fees, which would decrease historical performance results. There are no guarantees that a portfolio will match or outperform a specific benchmark. Investments in fixed income products are subject to liquidity risk, market risk, index rate risk, credit risk, inflation risk, purchasing power risk, and taxation risk. Because bond prices fluctuate continually, their yields change constantly.